1580 KGAL.
Mid-Valley High School baseball is on the air. The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of News Talk 1580 KGAL and is brought to you by Lynn Benton Tractor, Our Honda, Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant, Albany Grocery Outlet, Stavros Auto Centers, Mark Thomas Motors, Burgerville, Now Builders, Northwest Apparel and Embroidery, Wilson Motors, Figaro's Pizza of Albany, Like New Appliance, and by Economy Supply Building Center. Now get ready for Mid-Valley High School baseball with all the action. Here are Radio Ray and Scott Landgren, live on 1580 KGAL.
Those trumpets are the best, aren't they, Robbie?
Oh, absolutely. It's imperial.
I feel very...
introduction.
Yeah, something royal is about to happen. Hopefully a great broadcast. My name is Scott Landgren. That is Robbie Allen to my right. Radio Ray is on vacation. He is in, I don't know where he's at right now. He's in Cleveland and Buffalo, New York, right?
Somewhere between Cleveland and
somewhere
in the Far East.
He is in the Far East, and a well-deserved vacation for him. So we are filling in today from Lebanon High School, where Crescent Valley, the Raiders, are playing the Warriors today in a baseball game on a beautiful day for baseball, isn't it?
It absolutely is. We were thinking it was going to push to about 60 degrees today, and still has a chance, but at the last check on the smartphone, 55-degree weather right now with a slight breeze coming into our sound booth here.
It's great. Just a beautiful, beautiful day for baseball. This is the third consecutive game that we've actually done from Lebanon. They are 1-1. They beat South Albany a couple weeks ago, and last week they dropped a 4-1 decision to Dallas. So hopefully we bring the Warriors some luck today and bring them a win.
Absolutely, and this is a really key series for both teams. Crescent Valley is second in the conference behind Dallas, who is undefeated at 6-0. Lebanon, one of two teams in the league that has already played 9 games, including West Albany. Lebanon sitting at 4-5 in the conference, although 3 of those wins against South Albany, and everybody's beating South Albany right now up to this point of the season. So very crucial series. The Warriors need to get some wins here in the second half of their conference season to get back into the playoff picture. They're ranked 31st right now. Crescent Valley ranked 6th, one of 2 teams out of the conference in the top 10. Dallas, the other, being the second best team according to the OSA power rankings. But right now, beautiful weather for a great series here kicking off here at Croco Field.
And I think the big thing for Lebanon is they have the home field. They have 2 games at home this week to try to get this done. They really need to win the series, get 2 out of 3. It'd be great if they could get a sweep, but 2 out of 3 would be good. Like you said, they are 4-5 in the league. Crescent Valley is only 4-2, so they played a few less games because they played Woodburn already this year. And it was that weird thing where everybody plays Woodburn once, so it kind of screws up the conference schedule. But Crescent Valley is 4-2, 9-4 overall. And the scary thing about Crescent Valley is they've scored 114 runs this year and only given up 36.
Handing over the lineup cards to the official scorekeeper and announcer for today's game, PA announcer Rich Slavinsky.
Mr. Wade Perkins.
You're right, Scott. A formidable offense, and they've been dominating in their wins and their losses. They have been dominated. There's been a few games they've been close and competitive. On the other hand, Lebanon, in their 4 wins, have been for the most point dominating. But you have to look at their competition, who they played against. And usually the last few years, the Raiders have had the Warriors numbered. It's been difficult for the Warriors to, or challenging, I should say, for the Warriors to come away with a series win. So hopefully they can get off to a good start today with John Guederos on the mound to start things for the Warriors here in just a few moments.
Yeah, both of these pitchers are the so-called aces of the staff. They're pitching the first game for a reason. Well, we better take our first break as the Warriors begin to take their field. So we'll be back and talk a little more about these teams and about the runs scored, and we'll have the lineups for you after this on KGAL.
Around here, we take refreshment pretty seriously. How else do you explain the coffee cart in front of the coffee shop next to the other coffee shop? And we all know those mental reboots can cost. But at McDonald's, whether you want a soft drink or a coffee, you can refresh for just $1.
At McDonald's, you can get any size ice-cold soft drink or any size rich premium roast coffee for just $1 every day. It's more value to love.
Perk up for $1? Now that's what I call refreshing.
A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
Introducing the brand new Premium McWrap from McDonald's. With fresh vegetables and delicious chicken bundled together in a meal-sized wrap. Each bite you take is like no bite you've ever tasted before. Hold the phone. I'm taking another bite. The new Premium McWrap. For just $3.99, it's a whole new way to love McDonald's. Price and participation may vary.
Looking for a subcompact tractor? You'll find the world's first at Lynn Benton Tractor. It's the BX Series from Kubota. 4 great models are packed full of features you'd expect from larger tractors. From light yard work to heavier loader work, there's a BX Series model for you at Lynn Benton Tractor. You can check out Kubota's BX Series this week at the Lynn County Fairgrounds during the Northwest Horse Show and Expo, or at Lynn Benton Tractor's new location in Silverton, and as always along Highway 99E Tangent.
The really big spring event is happening now at Power Honda in Albany. Check out the all-new 2013 Accord and find out why it is the winner of the USA Today Motor Week Midsize Sedan Shootout. During this month of April, you can take advantage of 1.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Accord.
Financing subject to approved credit.
Visit Power Honda online at mypowerhonda.com or stop by Power Honda in Albany today, just east of I-5 on Santiam Highway, your Honda Superstore.
Financing subject to approved credit.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back to Lebanon High School, where the Lebanon Warriors are warming up on the field, taking their practice pitches and throwing the ball around the infield, where we have Crescent Valley at Lebanon tonight. And Robbie, you have the starting lineups for us?
I do, and it's rare that we have them on time.
Yeah, we had them way early today.
We did. We're still, according to the computer here, 6 minutes away from first pitch, but it looks like they'll get things underway a little sooner. Leading off for the Crescent Valley Raiders from Corvallis, Lane Croney, number 6, a designated hitter. He's batting for the pitcher, Brett Thompson, this afternoon. Batting second, Stephen Taylor, the second baseman. Batting third, the ever-talented Tanner Sanders, playing shortstop for the Raiders. Batting cleanup is number 5, Tanner Holland, the third baseman. Batting fifth, Davis Kincaid, the catcher. Nick Pozzessi is the right fielder, and he's batting sixth today. Jake Stewart, the left fielder, backs him up in the 7th position. Corey Conklin batting 8th and playing first base for Valley. And Ace McFadden, number 1, and playing center field, is the 9th batter in the rotation for the Raiders.
Well, it looks like we are starting here a little early, about 6 minutes early. For the first pitch for the Warriors is outside. No, it's a strike.
And
not sure what he was doing there. He didn't look like he was going to call it a strike, but he did. 0-1. That's him, he says.
That's Mike Corwin.
Ah.
Of course. They got to wait for an extra second.
I guess.
Mike Corwin.
That's great. That pitch was a little outside. Ball 1. 1-1 the count to Lane Croney, the DH today. Pitch up high. Ball 2. 2-1.
It's definitely got a delayed reaction through the years. Has not changed one bit. For us broadcasters, it's challenging to say the least.
That one's in the dirt, and the count is 3-1 now. Well, I figure he's the umpire, right? He can take as long as he wants, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The 3-1 offering is roped foul. Makes the count full. 3-2 to the first batter, Lane Croney, for the Raiders. Pretty good fans from Crescent Valley here. There was a fair share of Dallas ones last week also. Pretty good in the stands. About the whole top row was almost full down there. Good to see support. The 3-2 pitch is fouled off his helmet. You don't see that very often.
Rung his own bell.
Yes, he did.
A little bit. Got to check himself out there. Dust off the helmet. Get ready for another full count pitch.
Coach is coming to make sure he's okay.
And helmets are meant to protect the head.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of exposure still around the face.
Mm-hmm.
You look at softball players, they're able to wear a mask because those pitches come in a little faster.
It's not very often you see you knock your own helmet off in a baseball game. Sometimes it gets knocked off for you, but not usually by yourself. The 3-2 pitch once again. It's low, and that'll be the first runner of the game. Will reach on a walk, Lane Croney. Good job to work the count to full, but ended up losing him for the walk. That'll bring up the second baseman, Stephen Taylor.
Yeah, Croney doing his job as a designated hitter, getting on base. Don't see designated hitters lead off a game usually either, Scott.
No, you really don't. Wonder what kind of speed he has. Has a pretty okay lead over at first. Toss across. He's back safe. No, it is rare for a DH to lead off a ball game. But he did what he needed to do. He got on. The pitch, strike right down the middle of the plate. 0-1 the count now to Taylor.
Was looking for the flag there for the national anthem. Of course, it's at half-mast today because of the Boston Marathon tragedy that happened yesterday afternoon.
Toss over to first, making sure that runner's not going anywhere. The 0-1, he squares around a bunt and fouls it back. Trying to catch the Warriors by surprise, laying down a bunt there. 0-2 is the count.
Not sure if he'll be trying to bunt right now with the 2-strike count.
You wouldn't think so,
I've
but
seen it done.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen it done.
I've seen a bunt happen with a full count before, so you just never know. Toss back to first. He's back safely. Lane Croney. Guideros is really keeping an eye on him over at first. 3 tosses over already. Wants to make sure he stays close. The 0-2 pitch is inside. Ball 1. Turning the batter away from him. Croney takes his normal lead over at first. And another toss over. Safe again. He's really determined.
And it doesn't look like the Warriors are threatened here with any type of bunt. I believe they believe that Taylor's going to be swinging on this one.
I think so. 1-2 count. And another toss over to first. He's not going anywhere yet. We'll say yet. Because probably the one time he doesn't throw over there, he will steal. Seems to be what happens. The 1-2 pitch yet again is swung on and popped up to the third baseman. Marshall is under it in foul territory and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Nice outside pitch there that had a little late movement from John at the first out.
Number 15. Tanner.
That'll bring up Tanner Sanders, the do-everything player for Crescent Valley. He does everything in every sport, it seems like, huh?
Yeah, and I don't recall if he played baseball last year. Didn't follow the Raiders very much, but certainly a football and basketball player.
Takes a first pitch strike, and a very good one at that. Runner takes his lead again. The check, the pitch. Strike 2.
Beautiful. Tanner even has to look back there.
He didn't know.
Make sure.
I heard him say strike that time, though. So Tanner's in an 0-2 hole. John trying to get him here. He's a dangerous hitter. Staying away from him. In the other batter's box, pretty much. Outside ball 1. 1-2. Has not thrown over to first this at-bat. We'll see if that runner... And speak of it, and it happens, huh? Wondering if the runner Croney was getting ideas of stealing, perhaps. Hadn't seen a throw over.
Must have had an earpiece in his listen to our broadcast.
He must. There's a pitch, and there goes the runner, and the ball is swung on and missed, but it gets away from Rapé, the catcher, and everybody is safe. The ball was in the dirt, and Tanner swung and missed it. And they're calling him out at first base. Ah, that's right. First base was occupied.
That goes against Crescent Valley.
Yeah, so Tanner cannot advance to first. So there is 2 outs now in the inning. Runner does advance to second on the play, though. Crony. So that's a big out in the inning. 2 down. First pitch to Tanner Holland, third baseman, on the inside corner for strike. Oh, 0-1 the count. 2 down. Runner on second is Crony. The pitch is low. Ball 1. Evens the count up at 1-1.
In the Raiders' last game, in which they lost to West Albany last Friday, 4-2 decision, Coach Starwalt of the Raiders, Ryan Starwalt, said that they had a lot of opportunities with the runners on to get some runs, but just could not get the job done. In fact, the West Albany pitcher pitched a 4-hitter.
Wow.
In the pitched an excellent game against these Raiders.
Next pitch was a ball. 2-1 is the count. Checks the runner and steps off. Well, it's one thing to get him on, but you got to get him over and get him in. And it sounds like they wasted all that in the 17-1 victory on the first game on last Tuesday. Did not win a game on the other 2. They were close. Pitch is swung on and hit to the third baseman Marshall. The toss across, and it got him. A pretty easy inning. A leadoff walk. Ends up getting to second in Crony, but really no damage was done. No hits still on the board for the Raiders as we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score here at Lebanon on KGAL.
No runs, no hits, 1.
You will always get your money's worth, and the food is fresh, original, and tasty at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Open areas or cozy booths, you'll find Ixtapa's service superb and menu variety most excellent. Visit them for lunch or dinner where the parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet. Are you part of an office group? Groups of 10 to 25 are always invited, and $3 drink specials are always offered. Enjoy Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant today at 25 North Main in Lebanon.
Time to get growing. An Economy Supply Building Center can help. Get the nutrients your soil needs with EarthGrow Steer Manure Blend. Each cubic foot bag is now $1.39, and it's an Economy Supply special buy. Have moss? Then now's the time for Scott Super Turf Builder with moss control. You'll save $4 on each bag that covers 5,000 square feet. It is time to get growing, and you'll find all the great Scott's products to help you at Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street, Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Crescent Valley did not score in their half of the first, and the Warriors will be coming up. And with the lineup, here is Robbie.
Now the host Warriors will lead off with their pitcher, John Guederos. Jared Marshall batting second and playing third base this afternoon. Luke Rapé, the catcher, bats third. Austin Lopez playing at first base will bat cleanup for Lebanon. Kyle Christensen playing center field, bats fifth. Jake Rapé, the shortstop for the Warriors, batting sixth. Riley Wessel, the left fielder, batting seventh. Dylan Williams, second baseman this afternoon, batting eighth. And Skylar Garber, the right fielder, batting ninth for Lebanon this afternoon.
And on the mound for the Raiders is Brett Thompson. And Brett's first pitch is on the way and swung on and fouled down the line by John. 0-1 is the count.
Good cut by John there for a first pitch swinging.
Something we saw Dallas do a great deal of. I think it was the first 6 or 7 guys. That pitch is way outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Dallas went up swinging, and it didn't work out for him the first time through the lineup, but the second and third time they ended up getting hits, getting people on, and ended up winning the game 4-1. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2.
And you wonder if that has been their MO the whole season, to lead their 12-1 start. Best record in all of 5A.
1-2 pitch is swung on and hit to the shortstop on a couple hops there. Sanders toss across and gets him by a step. I have to think it probably is. They, like you said, 12-1. They seem to score a pretty good amount of runs, and maybe their philosophy is, well, we can't get a hit if we don't swing, and I frankly like that philosophy.
Right, and usually at this level, Scott, a lot of pitchers start off with fastballs down the middle just to test the hitters, and if you know that's what's coming, that's your philosophy rather than wait for a few pitches. Now, there are other coaches out there that will tell you to wait a few pitches just to see what kind of control the pitcher has for that day. But
trying to work a count. Jared Marshall actually swung on and foul tipped the first pitch. The next pitch is up and in. Evens the count at 1-1. One out here in the bottom of the first. No score between Crescent Valley and the Warriors.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has bargain prices now on a 3-pound bag of cuties, only $2.99. Save up to $2. Hamburger Helper, only 99 cents. 3 pounds of Harris Ranch, $73.27. Ground beef chub, only $6.99. You save up to $7. Price good through the night. And 22-ounce Bubba Steak Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets. In freezer, just $6.99. You save up to $3. Hurry, specials good while supplies last. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
Serving Albany and the Willamette Valley for 37 years. Hi, this is Dean Stavros for Stavros Auto Services. The Auto Doctors is the mechanic side of our business and will give you a written lifetime warranty on all work they perform. Jason and I are proud of Jeff, our service manager, and his trained mechanical technicians. Brakes, tune-ups, or any other maintenance your auto may need, Jeff and his team are ready to help. Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got our name on it. Find us at packautobody.com.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back to Lebanon. I'm not sure what happened there. We just took a commercial break. No big deal, though. What you missed, Jared Marshall was up there. He worked the count full, hit a ground ball to short, and Tanner Sanders just kind of went in between his legs, and Marshall is on first with an E6. So they'll bring up Luke Rappe, see if the Warriors can do something with it. He's a first pitch swinging, popped up to the right fielder. He is under it, and he makes the catch. So 2 down in the inning now. It's a little fly out to right field.
Now batting first baseman number 3.
Austin Lopez, the first baseman, is up there now. See if he can do something with that runner. Marshall at first base on the gift, on the air. No score, bottom of the first. Toss over. He's back safely with a slide. Marshall did not have that big of a lead. But Thompson just making sure he knows he's there. Checks the runner. Comes to the plate. First pitch is right down the middle. Stewrack 1.
Actually able to find some stats. It's hard to dig around and find
Yes.
something of substance on these players. MaxPreps.com is a wonderful place to check out information. Austin Lopez, one of the leading average percentage for the Warriors, .326 average coming into today's contest.
They pitch out, try to get the runner, throw behind him at first. He's back safe. That's nothing wrong with that average.
14 hits on 43 at-bats. 5 RBIs on the season. Has the 1 triple for the Warriors.
The 1 triple.
Yes.
Well, that's good. He's the cleanup hitter. And they call it a balk. A balk on Thompson. Umpire was quick to call that one. So Marshall will be awarded second base on the balk. First balk we've seen this year so far. Now Marshall's at second with 2 outs. 1-1 count to Austin Lopez. Fouls that one straight back. 1-2. See if he can deposit one into the gap and score the run here. Get the Warriors off to a good start.
And there's so many different ways to balk in baseball. It seems like there's one added every year.
It seems like it.
I need a full explanation.
Frankly, I'm surprised it's not called more often than it is, because like you said, there's just so many different things. 1-2 pitch is inside, evens up the count at 2-2. But the umpire was watching him closely, and he did something he didn't like. Called the balk. Thompson checks the runner, checks him again. The 2-2 pitch swung on and popped up. Who's going to get it? It's in foul territory, actually, and the catcher, Kincaid, I'm not sure he knew where that was going. Gave an assist to Brett Thompson there for telling him. He ends up making the catch and retiring the side for the Warriors. So no runs on no hits. There was an error, and they end up leaving a man at second. As we go to the top of the second, Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing on 1580 KGAL.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is the Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
When it comes to the most experience, best warranty, best fuel economy, and best service, Mark Thomas Motors is the best. The last standing, locally fourth-generation family-owned new car dealer in Albany, with 3 locations featuring GMC Buick, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Hyundai's North American Car of the Year, Elantra, and a new Veloster in Sonata. Support your community by buying your new or certified pre-owned car or truck now at Mark Thomas Motors, Sandy M Highway in Albany. Shop online at markthomasmotors.com.
Mark Thomas Motors, buy more. 1580 KGAL.
As we go to the top of the second inning now, Crescent Valley and the Warriors knotted at 0. First pitch to Davis Kincaid is inside ball 1, and as Robbie pointed out in between the breaks, we have a little bit of a cloud cover coming over us now.
Cool things down just a little bit.
Pitch is popped up. Everybody's sort of gathering in on it. Who will get it? It will be the center fielder, Kyle Christensen, to retire Kincaid. 1 out in the inning.
Now batting right fielder number 18, Nick Pozzesi.
Nick Pozzesi. Interesting name. I have not heard that one in any other sport this year.
I think I remember it last year. Yeah, not this year, but I remember last year's baseball team.
Yeah?
Remember Radio Ray and hearing calling him Pozzesi.
First pitch is inside to Nick. Ball 1. Second pitch, working quickly, is Guederos. That one's outside. Ball 2. Favorable count for Pozzesi here. Really working fast there, and that one's inside. Ball 3. 3-0. He already walked one guy last inning. Don't want to keep the walks up. That's not a good thing. And that pitch, none of those pitches were even close. That'll be a 4-pitch walk. And the Raiders have another runner on first base. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jake Stewart, up.
Jake Stewart.
The lefty. Putting a bit of a shift on in the outfield for him.
It's already 2 walks for Guederos. You don't want to give him any freebies.
No.
To the other team, want to make them earn it.
That pitch again is up and in. Ball 1. He's missed with his last 5 pitches, and Rapay will go out and chat with him a little bit, try to calm him down. Missed with 5 consecutive pitches. Crescent Valley's doing a good job of being patient. They're not swinging at these bad pitches. Luke gets back behind the plate. Hopefully calms down Guederos, and that one is right down the middle. Strike number 1. 1-1 is the count.
Now, whatever he told him, I don't know if it was, find your happy place. Remember Happy Gilmore? But
yeah.
Said just calm down a little bit, slow down. Don't have to be in a hurry.
Well, that might have been it. He was working pretty fast on the last couple of hitters, so maybe that was it. Just take a breath and sort of relax. Toss a cross over to first. Nothing doing. 1-1, 1 out and 1 on. That pitch is looped, and it will get foul down the left field line. Makes the count 1-2 now on Stewart, the left fielder. After throwing 5 straight balls, he has come back to throw a couple strikes and has Stewart in the count now where he can try to strike him out. He is working a bit slower now with that runner on base.
Looked like it caught the outside, but Mike Corwin says no.
Rapé held it there to make sure he saw a good look at it, but he was not budging. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Crescent Valley's left fielder, Jake Stewart. First pitch over, and they got him. They picked him off of first.
Nice.
Great play over there. They pick off Possessi at first. He was kind of hanging. Not sure if he was leaning towards second a little bit, but they ended up picking him off.
Well, the first inning he had several warm-ups.
He did.
Throws to first base.
He did.
Work on that throw, and nice snap throw.
It was, and now that's 2 outs in the inning. That ball is in the dirt. Ball 3, full count 3-2, but there are 2 outs now. No runners on for Crescent Valley in this scoreless tie in the top of the second. The full count offering on the outside corner. Ball 4 and the second walk of the inning. This one to Jake Stewart. The good news out of this is that there are 2 outs, and he's the only runner on. That'll bring up the 8-hole hitting Corey Conklin, the first baseman. Another lefty hitter. See what he can do. He's first pitch swinging, and that'll get to the first baseman, Lopez, who bobbles it for a second, but handles it rather easily and goes unassisted to the bag. So for Crescent Valley, no runs, no hits. There were no Lebanon errors, and they end up leaving another man. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, Crescent Valley nothing, Lebanon nothing, here on KGAL.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all-natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese, fresh slice of tomato on a toasted hoagie roll, complemented with a seasoned tradition chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
The mission of this quality Mid-Valley builder is treat every job like it's our only job, no matter how big or small. And we don't stop until our customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Now Builders has stuck to this business plan since their beginning in 1992. They welcome commercial and residential jobs, big or small, it doesn't matter at Now Builders. See their list of referrals online at nowbuilders.com or call 541-926-2858.
1580 KGAL.
Bottom of the second inning now. Crescent Valley nothing. The Warriors of Lebanon nothing. Kyle Christensen leads it off for the Warriors, trying to get some offense going. No hits in the ball game for either team yet. First pitch, a nice breaking ball on the outside corner. Strike 1. Brett Thompson had a pretty easy first inning, except for the error on his shortstop. Second one is in the dirt. Evens the count up at 1-1. Could have easily retired the Warriors in order if it were not for that error. The 1-1 offering outside again. 2-1.
See if Kyle will get challenged this time. And he was.
It was. Strike 2. Kyle has just looked at 4 pitches so far. 2-2 the count. Now he's got to be on his toes here. He's going to not get as favorable of a pitch to hit here. Here comes the pitch, and it's a little off his fists to the first baseman, who I'm not sure he got him, and he did, barely by a step. The toss to the pitcher covering. Thompson didn't get over there quickly, but just beats the hustling Kyle Christensen down the line.
Very close play there.
Now batting shortstop number 15.
First baseman for the Raiders, Conklin had to wait an extra second to make sure someone was going to be there. Always wanted to see that happen where there's nobody there and there's a throw.
Just
and
to
you
see.
just look like a buffoon.
First pitch.
Ball sails in the air.
First pitch to Jacob Rapay is in there for a strike. 0-1. One down in the bottom of the second for the Warriors. And time is called.
And that's
by
at any level. It's not anything against Crescent Valley. I've wanted to see that at even the major league level. I thought you were going to be there, but you weren't, and there goes the ball.
Next pitch is fouled away. 0-2 the count. They would be more funny at the the major league level because they're so-called professionals there, right?
Yeah, they practice that every day.
Yes. The 0-2 pitch is up high and in. 1-2 now on Jacob. The first two games we've done from Lebanon, he has been the pitcher. Not pitching today. He will probably pitch tomorrow. That one is swung on and hit to the second baseman. Second baseman bobbles it, recovers just in time to throw him out. Taylor with the bobble at second, but ends up getting another hustling Rapay down the line. 2 outs for the Warriors in the inning.
Nice sharply hit ball by Jake.
Riley Wessel.
Riley Wessel, the left fielder now, up with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. No score between Crescent Valley and Lebanon. First pitch swinging, that one will get foul. 0-1. Thompson has another ball in his glove, and he's working rather quickly now. Now taking on second here, getting the sign, and steps off. Got that glove up to his face, just his eyes appearing over. The pitch, again, late on the swing, is fouled almost to the exact same spot out past the right fielder. 0-2 now on Riley. The 0-2 offering from Thompson is up and in. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Riley's job to try to work this count back favorable to him. He's got 1 ball back. The 1-2 pitch, and that hit him.
Yes, it did.
Hit Riley Wessel. Brett Thompson was trying to pitch him in. Ends up getting a little too far in, and ends up getting Riley Wessel on first base for the second Warrior runner of the game. Still no hits in the ball game for either team, but we've had runners galore.
Yes, some walks, hit batsman,
and that error.
And the error.
Dylan Williams now, the 8th hole hitting second baseman for the Warriors. See if he can do some damage here. Warriors were given a gift there by the hit by pitch. First pitch is outside. Ball 1. It did look like good. You know, I had to wait there because you never know if he's gonna, that late call on a questionable pitch, that's the worst. That one is up 2-0.
I cannot tell you how many times Radio Ray has been wrong and then had to correct very quickly.
Right. I'm just gonna wait. If it's a close pitch, I'm just gonna wait until it's absolutely for sure that he called it a ball or a strike, because it's definitely a wait, and that one's up. 3-0 the count now to Dylan Williams. I would be surprised if he's swinging. I bet he's taking all the way here.
Yeah, 3-0. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on first.
They can throw you a strike, and that one's way inside. So another walk, actually the first walk of the game for Crescent Valley's pitcher, Brett Thompson. But he hit the runner before Wessel, and now walks Dylan Williams, and that'll bring up Skylar Garber, the right fielder, and hitting 9th in the ballgame for the Warriors. Crescent Valley has a little meeting on the mound. One of their coaches comes out and talks to him, along with the catcher, Kincaid. Putting a couple signs on, see how they want to pitch to Skylar. Jeff Stolzig giving some encouragements to Skylar.
Had to do a double take at Skylar's average, but he is 0 for 20 for the season. So a young man who is due for a hit, and what a time it would be right now.
That's right. If he got a hit, he would most likely get an RBI to go with it. Showing bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Maybe trying to get that third baseman up a little closer. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, 2 on for the Warriors in the bottom of the second. No score. The 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back. 0-2 is the count on Skyler now.
That would have been ball 2. You can see why he's 0 for 20. You swing at pitches like that.
Yeah.
Up near your neckline. And nowhere to extend, really.
Luckily, he did foul it off, though. The 0-2 pitch is swung on in a small pop-up to the first baseman, and Konkin is there, and Crescent Valley gets out of the inning. The Warriors get no runs on still no hits. There were no Crescent Valley errors, and 2 runners left on for the Warriors. As we head to the third, no runs apiece for Crescent Valley and Lebanon here on 1580 KGAL.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Look for their new showroom just south of the Kuhn Theater on South Main Street. Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
Wilson Motors in Corvallis is showcasing the arrival of the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the 2014 Jeep Patriot, and the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. Wilson Motors is where you'll find this area's best selection, best prices, and happy customers. Come see the notable difference during the showcase event going on now at Wilson Motors. Make your best deal today at Wilson Motors Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis, and online at saveatwilson.com.
You got game, we got game. We got the Lebanon Warriors on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
We do have the Lebanon Warriors here today. Welcome back to Lebanon High School. Crescent Valley, nothing. The Warriors, nothing here in the top of the third. Crescent Valley is coming to bat here, and that'll be their 9th hole hitting center fielder, Chase McFadden. Both teams looking for their first hit. First pitch swinging to the third baseman, toss across easily there from Marshall, and that's 1 away here for Crescent Valley. For everything Volkswagen, Independent Auto Works is the place. For any service, any parts, any year, any model. If it's Volkswagen related, Independent Auto Works is the answer. On 13th near campus, that again is Independent Auto Works. First pitch to the leadoff hitter in the lineup, Lane Croney, is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Second hitter in the inning. Leadoff hitter in the lineup. And that pitch is caught out there. Nope. Yes, it is. It is caught out there in center field. No, it's not. They said it was dropped. No?
No, it was caught.
Okay, it was.
It was a
nobody
good
was
run.
I thought it was caught, but nobody was really saying one way or the other, and Croney was still at second base, but a heck of a catch out there in center by Kyle Christensen. Had to run a long way to get it.
Yeah, he had to run all the way to Bing's Kitchen. The sign, anyway, not the restaurant.
He did.
But that's why he's center fielder out there. Some of the best athletes on the baseball field are out there in the outfield. That's why they make those plays look easy.
And Guerrero's quickly with 2 strikes on Stephen Taylor here. Working quickly, and he struck him out swinging, wasting no time there. 3 pitches, see you later. For the first time in the ballgame, the Warriors end up retiring the Raiders in order 1, 2, 3, so no runs, hits, errors, and nobody left. As we head to the bottom of the third, Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing here on KGAL.
$15.80 KGAL.
Farming is fun, especially when you have a tractor like the all-new Kubota Grand L40 from Lynn Benton Tractor. Choose from 8 new models, all with Kubota's powerful, fuel-efficient diesel engines and a choice of 3 productive transmissions, including the all-new innovative HST Plus. See how the Grand L40 can improve your acreage. Check one out at Lynn Benton Tractor's new location on McLean Street in Silverton, and as always along Highway 99E Tangent. Lynn Benton Tractor.
The really big spring event is happening now at Power Honda in Albany. Check out the all-new 2013 Accord and find out why it is the winner of the USA Today Motor Week Midsize Sedan Shootout. During this month of April, you can take advantage of 1.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Accord.
Financing subject to approved credit.
Visit Power Honda online at mypowerhonda.com or stop by Power Honda in Albany today, just east of I-5 on San Am Highway, your Honda Superstore.
Financing subject to approved credit.
The Mid-Valley home of Smart Talk. This is News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Bottom of the third inning we go at Lebanon. Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing. As leading off is the pitcher, John Guederos, here in the third. Warriors still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Well, as are the Raiders. Good pitching matchup we got going on here. Brett Thompson. 2 balls and no strikes to Guederos.
Pitcher against pitcher.
Yeah, you never want to give up a hit to the opposing pitcher, but also you don't want to walk him either. And he's well on his way as that ball is way outside, 3-0.
Ever since that last inning for Thompson, it seems like his control has been going downward.
Yes. He hit a batter, ended up walking a batter before getting Skylar Garber to pop out to end the inning, but he just issued a walk to Guederos there on 4 pitches.
Number 5, Jared Marshall.
Jared Marshall is the 2-hole hitter today. See if he's up there to bunt. It seems like, you know, a couple runs in this ball game might do it.
But with Thompson's control, questionable right now.
You may take a pitch or two just to see. Takes the first pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. We'll see what Coach Stolzig does now. Guederos leads from first. Toss over. Back safely. Thompson looking into his catcher, trying to get the sign. Checks the runner. Gets the pitch he wants, and that one is fouled back. 0-2 now on Marshall. Did not show bunt.
That cloud cover has disappeared since that second inning. Now the sun is right back out and brightly shining once again.
Yes, it is. Could be trouble for the outfielders if there's a high fly ball. Now you can see the right fielder shading his eyes right now, actually, as we speak. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled over to the track area where, I don't know if it was just practice going on over there today. Track practice.
Usually they have meets on Wednesdays.
Ray and I were wondering when that might start. Probably pretty soon. 2 balls, no balls, and 2 strikes as the toss across to first. Back is Guederos. 0-2 count to Marshall. Bottom of the third. Still no score between Crescent Valley and Lebanon. Both teams looking for their first hit as well. Taking his time now is Thompson. The pitch is up. Stairs. Ball 1. 1-2 is the count.
Remember last broadcast they brought out the lawnmower to cut the grass after the game. Looks like they had to do it again today because grass in our yard has definitely grown in a week.
Guederos took a little bit of a bigger lead there. Ends up diving back safely. Thompson is concerned with the runner at first base. He's tossed over there a number of times. Checks him now. Looks into his catcher. There goes the runner. Pitches up and in. The throw down to second. He airmailed that one to center field. Guederos checks it and decides to stay at second.
Hold on. Yeah, apparently a foul tipped and he's struck out.
Oh. Guess so.
Still a stolen base.
Yeah. So he ends up doing the job. He gets the runner to second base one way or the other. 1 out now. That'll bring up Luke Rappe, the catcher. He must have just nicked that pitch. I could not see it. First pitch is fouled back by Luke, 0-1.
Mike Corwin's eyes even closer. Obviously he has a closer view than we have up here.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of those baffling mysteries of baseball. I don't know how you can tell from that angle behind plate whether it's tipped or not.
But it was. So there's one out for the Warriors in the bottom of the third. Runner at second. The 0-1 pitch is
high.
Yeah, it's high. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. One out. The leadoff hitter walked. Now at second is Guerreros. Would be the first run of the ball game. That one is on the outside corner. Strike 2. Luke Rapé took that pitch. 1-2 the count on the Lebanon catcher.
Luke Rapé with 15 hits on the season, batting .326. Coming in.
Another good average for the Warriors. The 1-2 pitch is outside and low. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tied for second in RBIs with 8 on the team. Tied with Riley Wessel.
Well, he'd like to get a hit here and produce an RBI and the lead for the Warriors in this Tuesday afternoon game. The 2-2 pitch is popped. Will it get out of play foul? It will. First baseman Conklin looked over, could not reach it.
Pretty much anything hit to the right side, it's all
That's right. That's right. I remember. I sit in that chair a lot, and I cannot see right field.
There is a wall, not a very long one, but long enough to block my view. I can see 3/4 of the field.
Yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rapé. That ball is in the dirt, and he ends up working the count full. Thompson, when he misses pretty badly, either high or low in the zone, it seems like. Full count to Rapé. Here comes a pitch, and he goes fishing with it. Did he get it? And he said he nicked it just a bit. Stays alive.
He must go by the sound of the bat.
He must.
He has to. And with those aluminum bats, there's a specific sound.
Yes. So we'll do it again. 3-2 to Luke Rapé. Here comes it from Thompson, and that one is whacked pretty good into left field. The left fielder moves in under it, though, Stewart, and makes the catch. 2 down for the Warriors now in the inning. Guerrero still on at second, representing the lead run. Warriors trying to get him in. They flew out to left field.
Austin Lopez.
They'll bring up Austin Lopez. In his first at-bat, popped out to the catcher in foul territory to end the first inning. See if he can deliver a clutch base hit for the team here. First pitch from Thompson is strike 1. Two outs, runner on at second still for the Warriors. Thompson, that one is lined to the second baseman who goes to his left, dives for it and catches it. Good play out there at second.
Great play
by Taylor. That was pretty hard hit, lining away from him. Ends up falling over, but makes the catch, and that'll retire the side for the Warriors. So no runs, still no hits for the Warriors. There were no errors by Crescent Valley, and the walk left on second base. As we go to the top of the fourth, we got a pitcher's duel here. No runs for Crescent Valley, no runs for Lebanon here on 1580 KGAL.
Time to get growing. An Economy Supply Building Center can help. Get the nutrients your soil needs with EarthGrow Steer Manure Blend. Each cubic foot bag is now $1.39, and it's an Economy Supply special buy. Have moss? Then now's the time for Scott Super Turf Builder with Moss Control. You'll save $4 on each bag that covers 5,000 square feet. It is time to get growing, and you'll find all the great Scott's products to help you at Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street, Lebanon.
You will always get your money's worth, and the food is fresh, original, and tasty at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Open areas or cozy booths, you'll find Ixtapa's service superb and menu variety most excellent. Visit them for lunch or dinner where the parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet. Are you part of an office group? Groups of 10 to 25 are always invited, and $3 drink specials are always offered. Enjoy Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant today at 25 North Main in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Well, quickly moving along, as Robbie said, in between the breaks here. We're already in the top of the fourth inning. I guess that's what happens when there's no runs or hits for either team. Crescent Valley and the Warriors here this afternoon. First pitch to Tanner Sanders is on the outside corner. Strike one.
Yeah, two pitchers who like to move quickly.
Yeah, that one is hit into center field, and that will drop in for the first base hit of the ball game for either team. Tanner looped one into center. Got a good pitch to hit and did it. Yes, Guerrero's quickly moving through last inning.
Yeah.
It was a flash.
The second part of why the game's moving along quickly, even though the pitchers haven't necessarily been on their game necessarily, it's been just not so much selective hitting. It's been aggressive hitting early in the count. A lot of first and second pitch swinging.
Yeah, a lot of lazy pop flies and ground outs in the ball game. So the Raiders have the first runner to reach via hit today. See what they can do with it. Tanner Holland, the third baseman, takes strike one. Tanner Sanders is on at first. Toss over, quick throw over by Guerreros. He is safe, sliding back in.
Tanner Sanders is excellent runner. I would be looking for a possible hit and run during this sequence.
That one is swung on and fouled away. Makes the count 0-2. I would not have been surprised. You know, you got your four-hole hitter. Normally a pretty good hitter in that four spot. Can really handle the bat. Good speed in Tanner. They got to get something trying to go here. Seems like maybe one run might do it today, the way these pitchers are getting hitters out pretty easily. The 0-2 pitch from Guerreros to Holland is popped up and fouled away. Back to the track. Our count remains 0-2. Guerreros checks the runner. Sanders doesn't have a good lead. That one is lined into center. Kyle Christensen with an easy catch there to retire Holland. One out for the Raiders in the fourth inning. Excuse me.
That was hit hard, but right at Christensen out there in center field, who's playing him perfectly. Only had to come in a few steps.
Yes, always good. Good feeling if you're an outfielder and you don't have to move too far to get the out. Davis Kincaid, the catcher for the Raiders, and he lays down a bunt perfectly, but it goes right to the pitcher, goes to second for one, back to first. Does not get the double play, but they do get the lead runner. Good idea by Kincaid there to try to maybe surprise everybody with a bunt. He is the catcher, maybe doesn't have the best speed, but he bunted it too hard right back to Guerreros. Fielded it perfectly, ended up going to second to get the runner.
Right fielder number 18.
So fielder's choice there for Kincaid. Possessi now with two outs in the inning for the Raiders. Runner still on first. They've not been able to advance him. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count.
And the cloud cover has come back. It's just going to be one of those afternoons, Scott. Comes and goes.
Half an inning on, half an inning off, it seems like. That pitch is on the outside corner, perfectly placed there. Strike two. And Guerreros is a pitch away from getting out of the inning with no runs on the board again. The 0-2 pitch is fouled. Lopez tries to make a play for it, but it is well out of play. Count remains no balls and two strikes. Two outs for Crescent Valley. Still a runner on first. Top of the fourth inning and a 0-0 tie here at Lebanon. The 0-2 pitch on the outside corner again does not get that call. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I thought that, I really did think John was going to go for an outside pitch again there.
Yep.
Possessi is crowding the plate, anticipating that.
That one is swung on and hit to the shortstop. Rapay toss across, and he gets a hustling Possessi down the line to end the inning for Crescent Valley. Well, still no runs on the board for Crescent Valley. They do end up getting a hit. And a couple runners do reach, but they only end up leaving one in the ball game. Quickly moving pitchers duel we got here at Lebanon. Crescent Valley nothing, Lebanon nothing as we head to the bottom of the 4th on 1580 KGAL.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has bargain prices now on the 3-pound bag of cuties, only $2.99. Save up to $2. Hamburger Helper, only 99 cents. 3 pounds of Harris Ranch 7327 ground beef chub, only $6.99. You save up to $7. Price good through the night. And 22-ounce Bubba Steak Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets. In freezer, just $6.99. You save up to $3. Hurry, specials good while supplies last. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
Serving Albany and the Willamette Valley for 37 years. Hi, this is Dean Stavros for Stavros Auto Services. The Auto Doctors is the mechanic side of our business and will give you a written lifetime warranty on all work they perform. Jason and I are proud of Jeff, our service manager, and his trained mechanical technicians. Brakes, tune-ups, or any other maintenance your auto may need, Jeff and his team are ready to help. Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got our name on it. Find us at packautobody.com.
1580 KGAL.
Quickly moving along to the bottom of the 4th inning we go here at Lebanon. Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing. In the bottom of the 4th, see the Warriors will have up Kyle Christensen, Jacob Rapay, and Riley Wessel to try to get something going against Crescent Valley's pitcher Brett Thompson. The Warriors looking for their first hit of the ball game. Crescent Valley got their first hit in the first batter of last inning. Guess in the top half of the inning, I should say. So the Warriors will be looking to Kyle Christensen to see if they can do the same. Get off the schneid, as they say. Get their first hit. All it takes is one, and then they might start pouring in. The first pitch to Kyle is outside. Ball 1.
If the Warriors are to get something going here early in this inning, Kyle's got to be patient here with Mr. Brett Thompson out there as he swings at.
He was not being patient there. He was being aggressive. Tried to catch up to one on the outside corner. Ends up swinging through it and missing. Evens the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is being aggressive again. Fouled away. Makes it 1-2. I guess he doesn't have an earpiece in listening to us.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if he's a leadoff hitter or eighth hitter of the inning. He's going to be aggressive no matter what.
Yeah. He wants to get on base any way he can. That pitch is upstairs. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And he's not crazy enough to swing at that one.
No. It was a good thing he didn't.
Up near the ear hole.
The 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled again. That one was better. Out to way foul in right field. Staying alive against Brett Thompson, who's pitched a really great game today, albeit for a couple of walks, and that one takes a little bit off of it and fools him. Ends up swinging and missing for the first out of the inning for the Warriors.
Boy, did he ever. That was completely fooled Kyle there.
He was expecting something different there.
Change up.
Did not get it. Jacob Rapay will be the batter now. He grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. First pitch outside, ball 1. Thompson not working as fast here in the inning. Gets that pitch on the inside corner to the left-handed hitting Rapay. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 4th and a scoreless tie with Crescent Valley. That one behind the runner, Rapay, or the batter.
How did he avoid that?
Quick feet. Not sure how that did not hit him, like Robbie said there. But it is a ball. 2-1 the count now. Thompson's 2-1 offering. Inside again. Looked a little low and inside, but they call it a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That was right underneath the bat handle.
Yeah. The 2-2 pitch, again staying inside, ends up being ball 3. Full count now, 3-2. Rapay has been patient here. Quickly working now, and that one is looped. Will it get down in time? The center fielder dives and can't make it. Rapay turns sharply, ends up making a good decision and stays at first. That ball was not hit especially hard, and it was looping away from the center fielder who was playing more in right center because of the lefty hitter, and ends up hitting it where he wasn't.
Yeah, and it's hard to judge the wind out there, Scott. It looks like it's swirling, and I believe the outfielders out there for Crescent Valley were misjudging that ball. It just kept on tailing away from the center fielder, and it just found a gap between the left fielder and center fielder out there.
McFadden ended up diving and really didn't come that close to it. So the first hit of the ball game for the Warriors, so we're even in that category now. And Riley Wessel, the left fielder, is up there, takes a first pitch strike. See what the Warriors can do now that the no-hitter is gone. Toss over to first, gets back easily.
I'm telling you that Town & Country Realty is the Mid-Valley's #1 real estate firm. For every multiple listing in the Willamette Valley, check their website, tncrealty.com. Town & Country Realty, real people providing real service.
The 0-1 offering. Riley checked his swing, but they ended up calling a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 the count now to Riley Wessel. Jacob Rapay is on first base for the Warriors' first hit and only hit of the ball game so far. The 0-2 pitch, outside corner, throws him there. D-Rag 3.
Third strikeout of the afternoon for Brett Thompson.
Struck him out looking there. The first one that has been looking on the afternoon. Dylan Williams, the batter now, trying to get something going. Both teams looking to bunch a couple hits together, have not been able to do it. First pitch is way outside from Thompson. Ball 1. 2 outs for the Warriors in the bottom of the 4th. Rapay, Jacob Rapay is over at first. The 0-1 is hit down to third. On a couple hops, the third baseman grabs it, tosses across, Holland to Conklin, and that'll be that for the Warriors. No runs. They end up picking up their first hit. No errors, but they leave Rapay at first. As we go to the top of the 5th, here at Lebanon. Crescent Valley, nothing still. The Warriors, nothing still. We'll be back after this on 1580 KGAL.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is a Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
When it comes to the most experience, best warranty, best fuel economy, and best service, Mark Thomas Motors is the best. The last standing, locally 4th-generation family-owned new car dealer in Albany, with 3 locations featuring GMC Buick, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Hyundai's North American Car of the Year, Elantra, and a new Veloster in Sonata. Support your community by buying your new or certified pre-owned car or truck now at Mark Thomas Motors, Santiam Highway in Albany. Shop online at markthomasmotors.com.
Mark Thomas Motors, pay more.
1580 KGAL.
Quickly moving to the top of the 5th inning. Crescent Valley and the Warriors, still no score. Really not much going on in the game. Only 2 hits, 1 for each team. There was a Crescent Valley error earlier in the ball game. Other than that, zeros across the board. Leading off for, let me see here, Jake Stewart. Leading off for Crescent Valley in the inning. Takes the first pitch out. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Guederos is in the dirt. Ball 2. We were talking between innings here. It seems like, one one or two mistakes by the pitcher might do it here to get a run across, and that one's low, ball 3.
I'm just going to say it seems like every time we do a broadcast, whether it's you and I or Ray and you, it's a crazy ending.
It
somehow,
sure is.
some way.
High school games can be crazy, and sometimes it doesn't take to the last inning before the craziness happens. That one is in there, taking all the way with Stewart. 3-1 the count. That one on the outside corner again, taking, evens the count at 3-2. We've seen some wild ones in the high school game, especially. Quickly working now. That one is looped into second, over the second baseman's head, and that'll be the second hit. And an aggressive turn around second for Stewart. Ends up staying at first. Second hit of the ball game for Crescent Valley. Second inning in a row that they've got their leadoff hitter on via a hit. See what they do now with Corey, the first baseman.
Corey Conklin.
He's the 8th hole hitting first baseman, which makes me think potentially we could see a bunt here. Lower parts of the lineup.
Coach Starwalt was pointing towards the first base side for some reason.
Pinch runner, Rich said.
Some strategy by Ryan Starwalt.
Number 2. Jacob Griffin. Griffith takes over at first. Pinch running. Jacob Griffith.
Now running for Stewart.
Now that makes me think that we are going to indeed see a bunt here.
A bunt, maybe even send him on a possible steal attempt as well.
Warriors were expecting a bunt. They had the third baseman up on the grass. Conklin ends up taking the pitch. Strike 1. Did not show a bunt. We'll see if he shows it here. Pitcher steps off the rubber. The 0-1 delivery. Kind of shows a bunt there real quick. Ends up pulling back because the ball was down low. Evens the count up at 1-1. Crescent Valley going with a pinch runner. A little bit more speed out there at first. We'll see what they do with it. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. So you were right. They were attempting it.
Bails out Gaderos for sure on that one.
Yeah, because he had that bag stolen, I think.
And that was definitely an inside pitch. But he was swinging defensively with the runner going.
And since it was an inside pitch, I'm not sure Rapé could have got it and thrown to second in time. He would have had to have reached across his body and hucked it down there to second. So good things all around for the Warriors. It's a 1-2 count to Corey. See what Gaderos wants to do here to try to get himself out of this. That one is outside, ball 2. One would have to assume that the bunt is off. You never know, in these high school games, but 2 strikes. I think it's safe to say he's off. Throw over to the runner, making sure he's not going anywhere. They want to keep him close after that last one.
Not seeing any signs from third base coach and head coach Ryan Starwalt.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch again is looped into left field, but the left fielder had it played very well. Wessel out there and has to run in a couple steps, but it was a rather easy fly ball, and Conklin lines out, I'll say, to the left fielder. And that'll bring up Chase McFadden, who's batting 9th in the lineup for Crescent Valley. Both teams looking for their first run. 0-0 tie in the top of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on for Crescent Valley. The pinch runner over there, and McFadden squares to bunt and fouls it back.
The furthest that any team has gotten a runner was second. That was Lebanon a couple innings ago in the 3rd.
Right.
But Crescent Valley has stranded a lot of runners on first.
Good pitching by the Warriors. See if they have the bunt on again. I'm going to say they might not. And he's swinging away, and that one is looped into center field. Center fielder Christensen moves over rather easily. Makes a little basket catch there. 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting designated.
We have to say good things about the Warrior pitching staff, because any ball that Crescent Valley hits has not really been hit hard today.
Yes, it's been pretty solid defense all around, really, with the exception of Tanner Sanders' boot early on in this game. It's been solid defense. Nice catch by the catcher Kincaid early in the game as well against the netting.
That's right. When he got a late break on it. So the leadoff hitter in the lineup, Lane Croney, he reached on a walk in the first, ended up flying out to center in the third. And now he's up here in the fifth with that runner still on first. The pinch runner now. Ball 1 is the count to him. They toss across and get Griffith back. He has not attempted to steal again since that one attempt a couple batters ago. See what then, there he goes. Rapay pitches out, and they got him dead at second base. Beautiful job out there by Luke Rapay. The runner stood no chance. He was a pinch runner, but he really stood no chance. He beat him by about 2-3 feet, huh, Robbie?
Oh, that was about as good a throw as he could make.
Yeah.
That situation, right on the money and low, right in front of the bag.
Right, second baseman. Actually, it was a shortstop. All he had to do was put the glove down, and the ball was right there. So Crescent Valley ends up getting a hit. There was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they end up stranding. Well, that runner is thrown out at second, actually. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing still here on KGAL.
The mission of this quality Mid-Valley builder is treat every job like it's our only job, no matter how big or small. And we don't stop until our customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Now Builders has stuck to this business plan since their beginning in 1992. They welcome commercial and residential jobs, big or small, it doesn't matter at Now Builders. See their list of referrals online at nowbuilders.com or call 541-926-2858.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Look for their new showroom just south of the Kuhn Theater on South Main Street. Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
1580 KGAL.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Lebanon. Crescent Valley nothing, the Warriors nothing, still in the ball game. As Skylar Garber leads it off for the Warriors. On the outside corner, Steve Reich 1 to Skylar.
Now Scott mentioned off the air before we went on the air, the Warriors only have 11 players dressed today.
That ball
2
is
substitutes available.
Yeah, that ball is swung and fouled back. 0-2 the count. Now to Skylar, the 9th hole hitting right fielder. Yes, not many players for the Warriors, so we don't see too many changes. That one is hit to the shortstop. Couple hops, Sanders gets it, toss across. Gets him at first. 1 down for the Warriors in the 5th.
Well, Skylar's putting it in play and putting pressure on the defense, at least.
Yes.
Is at bats.
That's what, you gotta, if you're in a slump like that, 0 for 22 now, that's what you gotta do. Just get it in play and hopefully something good will happen. That pitch is swung on and missed by the pitcher, Guerreros. 0-1 the count. Second pitch is hit. Contact made, but fouled back away. 0-2 the count now. Thompson working quickly again here in the 5th. Both teams looking for that initial run. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and again hit to short. Sanders, good glove over there. Toss across. gets a hustling Guerreros by a couple steps. And boy, Sanders has looked pretty good at shortstop, except for that one play earlier in the game.
Right, and even that really didn't. The Warriors didn't take advantage of that error. So
Now batting third baseman number
it's
5.
definitely more than made up for these last couple outs. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we have a moment here, I will tell you that Lynn Benton Community College invites you to get started, get finished. Save on tuition, travel, and housing while preparing for virtually any career you may choose. LBCC, the wise choice, with campuses in Lebanon, Sweet Home, Corvallis, and the main campus over in Albany.
Always considered Lynn Benton one of the best-looking community college campuses in Oregon.
Yeah.
Haven't been over there since the recent additions the last several years, but
Jared Marshall takes a ball outside, ball one. Next pitch is fouled away, evens up the count, 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th inning here at Lebanon. Crescent Valley and Lebanon knotted at 0. Only 3 hits in the ball game.
Got a quick story about Lynn Benton I need to tell you.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
That pitch is popped, foul. Will there be a play? They will be. Up against the wall. Kincaid, another up against the wall catch. And the Warriors are retired in order for the first time tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left. As we go to the 6th, outs are getting little by little here. Nothing to score. Crescent Valley and Lebanon here on KGAL.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all-natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese, fresh slice of tomato on a toasted hoagie roll, complemented with a seasoned tradition chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Wilson Motors in Corvallis is showcasing the arrival of the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the 2014 Jeep Patriot, and the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. Wilson Motors is where you'll find this area's best selection, best prices, and happy customers. Come see the notable difference during the showcase event going on now at Wilson Motors. Make your best deal today at Wilson Motors Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis, and online at saveatwilson.com.
1580 KGAL.
Top of the 6th inning we go, in a quickly moving game. We've just been playing for, about an hour and 20 minutes-ish? 15?
Yeah, 4:24 was the first pitch.
Not bad. Already in the 6th inning of play. And Lane Croney will be leading off for Crescent Valley, who was at the plate when the pinch runner Griffith was thrown out to end the inning. Quickly in a hole now, 0-2 is Croney, looking for his first base hit of the day. He did reach on a walk in the first, ended up flying out to center in the 3rd. The 0-2 pitch by Guerreros is upstairs. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch is popped up. A couple people looking at it. Let's see if anybody can make the play. Oh! The 3rd baseman, Marshall, had it in his glove and dropped it.
You know, it looked like the wind might have had something to do with it at the last second. Marshall realized the ball was closer to his left hip than he thought.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to get underneath of it, but instead it dropped into his heel and out of the glove.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Warriors, there should be 1 out in the inning. Let's see if Croney can do something to make the Warriors pay. The 1-2 pitch is outside. Everyone in the Lebanon section disagrees with that call. Makes the count 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Croney goes down swinging.
That's justice. And of course, he swings at what would have been a ball. Would have been ball 3. 3rd strikeout for John today. 3 walks. 5 1/3 innings pitched so far.
Not bad. We have been in for a treat in this pitching matchup. This is the first game we've done that's actually been on a Tuesday, so we've not been able to see the Aces pitch so far. That ball was in the dirt. 1-0 the count now. Second pitch of the at-bat is hit over the Skyler, and that one roll all the way to the wall. Steven Taylor makes and will into second. A 1-out double. Scott playing up on him, and got over his good hitting by Steven Taylor. And the Raiders of Crescent Valley have the go-ahead runner on at second base with the double.
I'm not sure about what the pitch counts are for both these pitchers. You have to think they maybe get a tired arm.
Yeah.
There and taking advantage of that pitch down the middle. Steven Taylor now stands at second scoring position.
Yeah, the meat of the order for Crescent Valley now. First pitch to Tanner Sanders is outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count, 1 out. The go-ahead runner is on second base for the Raiders, though. That one is smoked into center field, and Christensen will not get that one. It will get down, and the Raiders are going to have the lead. Throw into second base will not be in time. So Tanner ends up trading places with Steven Taylor, just like that. After a scoreless game, the Raiders have 2 doubles and the lead.
Nice piece of hitting by Sanders there. The ball was down and away, and he just kind of looped it out there.
Third baseman number 5.
Out in the gap between Christensen and Garber.
Nice piece of hitting out there by Sanders. And that pitch by Guederos is in the dirt. Ball 1.
I mean, he just literally went with the pitch there. He really didn't put much of a charge into it, but he's a strong man at about 6'5", 215 pounds.
Yes, he is strong. Ends up giving his team the lead here in the 6th. No score through 5. Couple doubles here in the inning have produced a run for the Raiders. And Sanders is on second, still with 1 out. Tanner Holland is at the plate. See if he can do something. The pitch is 2-0, and that one's on the outside corner, called a strike. Makes the count 2-1 now. Offering is popped into center field. Christensen doesn't have to move too far under it. Oh, and he drops it. He drops the ball. Sanders doesn't realize he was at second trying to tag up. Christensen dropped it in center field, but since Sanders was getting ready to tag, he ends up staying at second base. So a bit of a break for the Warriors and not a break for the Warriors at the same time.
Another runner now on base for Crescent Valley, but Tanner definitely had to wait for that to see if Kyle was going to pull that down or not. And the Warriors mitts now after being solid for most of this game. Justin Marshall dropping one in foul territory. Of course, that batter ended up being swinging on a third strike. But fielding very important late in games right now.
Yes.
And keep the score as low as possible.
Christensen was charged with an error. So runners at first and second. Tanner Sanders at second. Tanner Holland at first. And that'll bring up Davis Kincaid, the catcher, who could really put a hurting on the Warriors here if he were to put a charge into one. First pitch is on the inside corner, called a strike. Kincaid looking for his first base hit of the ball game. The 0-1 pitch is chopped to third. Marshall steps on the bag for one, toss across to first, double play, and the inning is over.
Well, that's redemption for him.
That is. That's one way to get out of it. 2 runners on. None of them end up scoring. But in the inning, the Raiders do end up getting the lead on 1 run on 2 base hits. There was an error, and they end up leaving a guy also on the base pass. So as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Crescent Valley 1, Warriors of Lebanon, nothing here on 1580 KGAL.
Figaro's Pizza in Albany is celebrating spring with a large Mexican Fiesta Supreme. Now just $14.99, $15.99 baked. Smothered with beef, olives, onions, taco chips, and diced tomatoes. Laid over their picante bean sauce. Served with sour cream and jalapenos on the side. The Mexican Fiesta Supreme on sale now at the Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. Call 541-924-9303.
H&R Block Tax Professionals are ready to take another look at your TurboTax return to see what you may have missed. Let us tell you for free if you left any money on the table. Start by visiting hrblock.com/anotherlook or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to make an appointment. Fees apply for amended returns. Only some software users make errors, and not every error results in a larger refund at participating locations.
Hi, this is Joyce at your local H&R Block office in Albany, Corvallis, and Lebanon. We live and breathe taxes. Let us find you every deduction and credit you deserve.
1580 KGAL.
Well, the bottom of the 6th inning in a quickly moving ball game. Crescent Valley leads Lebanon 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Crescent Valley. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Warriors. And if there was ever a time that the Warriors could get a run, this is the inning. They have the meat of their order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
Luke Rapay, Austin Lopez, and center fielder Kyle Christensen.
The top of the 6th inning was good, as that pitch is ball 1 to Rapay. The top of the 6th inning was good for Crescent Valley. They ended up getting a couple hits and the initial run. See if it's good for the Warriors. So far, so good. 2 balls and no strikes to the third hole hitting catcher for the Warriors. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch was outside but swung on and fouled back. Makes the count 2-1.
If you're the Raiders, you still have to feel that there was an opportunity there to maybe add some insurance runs.
Definitely, especially after Christensen's error in center field had 2 on and 1 out, The 2-1 pitch is fouled down the third baseline, evens the count up at 2-2. You had to feel like, runners on first and second, only 1 out. Probably should at least get 1 more in the inning, but good play by the Warriors. Marshall throwing it, stepping on the bag and then throwing to first to get the double play. 2-2 pitch. Safety swing there. Staying alive is Rapay as he fouls that one back. 2-2 remains the count.
Thompson really relying on his off-speed pitches more than his fastball. He must have abandoned that a few innings ago.
The 2-2 pitch is looped. Will it stay fair? No. Just goes foul.
That looked close. I actually had to lean a couple of feet to check.
It was looped over the first baseman's head. The first base umpire was standing in my way, so I couldn't quite see where it landed, but he said foul, and he was there, so almost a break for the Warriors on a little looper, but it's just a foul. The count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rapay. The 2-2 pitch from Thompson outside, ball 3. Full count now.
And if Rapay reaches, he'll have to wonder if Stolzig, with only 2 substitutes on the bench, one of those being Chance DeWitt, a short, fast runner, see if Jeff would put him on.
That ball is swung on and hit to center field. The center fielder, Griffith, now, who is in center, catches it on the run. A fairly routine play, and now he won't have to worry about that.
Boy, that was just a good swing by Luke.
Yep.
Still some wind out there.
Just didn't quite get it all.
Didn't get it. It was about 350 to center, 346 to the gap out there and left, and 342 the gap out and right, and hit it about 330 feet.
All it was is a loud out for the Warriors. That'll be their first out of the inning. Austin Lopez is up there now. Takes the ball, 1-0 the count from Thompson. Crescent Valley leads it 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch is fouled away. And remember, high school games are only 7 innings, so the Warriors only have 5 outs to work with here. If they were to come back and win this, 1 ball, 1 strike the count now to Lopez. And time is called. Kincaid will go out and talk to his pitcher, Thompson. Bottom of the 6th inning. Warriors still only have that one base hit that they got last inning. Looking to not only get a hit, but just get a runner on is what they need.
Yeah, the first few innings they were able to get with patience, walking, and also there was a hit batsman.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely need some base runners on the pads.
Maybe get one right here as that one is hit to center. Diving effort by Griffith, and he can't get it. Making the turn and heading to second is Lopez, and he will get in there standing up with a double. Well, they end up getting a runner there. Go. Good hit. I wasn't sure if the center fielder Griffith was going to make the catch. He laid out. Good effort out there, but just could not come up with it. And the Warriors have the tying run in scoring position in the form of Austin Lopez.
Now batting center fielder.
And Kyle Christensen. Boy, baseball's a funny game, huh? He had an error in the top of the inning. Didn't hurt the Warriors, but now he can get a hit to deliver the tie for the Warriors. Have to feel for him here.
Absolutely, and you know he's going to go up there swinging at just about anything that's within his reach.
And we're going to have a pitching change. Pitching change for Crescent Valley. Not sure if maybe Thompson just got a little bit tired or what they
strategy.
Saw. Yeah, could be. We have, it's number 3. I think it's number 3, Stephen Taylor, who was playing second.
For the Raiders, number 3.
Well, this pitching change is brought to you by Samaritan Health Services. Hands down, Samaritan Health Services is your source for exceptional orthopedic care. Have arthritic joints, carpal tunnel, bad shoulders, or blown out knee? Rest assured that Samaritan's talented orthopedic and sports medicine experts are here to get you back to active. From diagnosis to rehabilitation, they've got you covered. Learn more at samhealth.org/orthopedics or call 1-800-299-2929. Thank you to all of our sponsors for this broadcast and all of our broadcasts this season. This Friday, Scott and I will be going to Memorial Stadium.
Yes.
Hopefully for a game at West Albany between Dallas, an interesting series that begins today.
Mm-hmm. It's a key series for both teams. Dallas leads the league. Let me get this out here while we have a second. Dallas at 6-0 in the Mid-Willamette Conference. 12-1 overall. West Albany right on their heels with 6 wins, but they do have 3 losses. So this is a huge series for West Albany to try to get back in the conference race here. And hopefully we will be there on Friday. We'll see. It's supposed to rain. It was like 30-40% chance. But hopefully we will be there on Friday bringing you a great ball game, because we have to assume it will be.
Yeah, well, and there's been great ball games, both American Legion and high school played there at that stadium.
Well, it's one of those.
Past.
It's one of those stadiums where you're never out of the game.
It's unique.
And we might have some where a fly ball turns into a home run just like that. Well, the first pitch is down in the dirt. Second baseman, the runner at second, Lopez, was caught in between. Ends up diving back into second. First pitch from Stephen Taylor was in the dirt. 0-1 to Kyle Christensen.
He was in his diving motion about 12 feet away from the bag.
He was. He wanted to make sure, though. He got back, and he did. 1 ball, no strike count to Christensen. And that ball is hit to the shortstop, Sanders. Couple hops, easy toss across, and he throws it away. Sanders throws it away, and the runner will score. Christensen going to second. The ball hits him in the back, and he is safe at second.
Okay.
Well, we've been preaching about Sanders' glove all day. The glove part of it was fine. The throw ends up throwing the first baseman off the bag. An error will be charged to Sanders on the play. Christensen ends up getting to second base, and the Warriors have tied this ball game here in the 6th.
A very wild throw by Tanner. It looked like, Kyle was definitely hustling down there. I couldn't tell if it was going to be that close, but Tanner definitely looked like he rushed that throw there, and I could tell just from his arm angle. He's been throwing sidearm most of this game, not natural throwing motion, and it was a low throw. I could tell it was going to be low, but not that far.
And that one, will it stay fair? No, it was just fouled. A good swing by Jacob Rapé trying to put one down the right field line. That would have been extra bases and would have given the Warriors the lead.
But, yeah, that was definitely wide left. And unfortunate 2 errors now for Sanders in the game.
Yeah.
One with the glove and one with the arm.
Very fortunate for the Warriors.
This time it was costly.
It was. And Christensen ends up getting to second base. The first baseman, Conklin, had a chance to get him at second, but he hits him in the back with the ball. So there's that. The count is now 2-1 to Jacob Rapé, with trying to give the Warriors their first lead in the ball game. They have it tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th, 1-1, Crescent Valley and the Warriors. See if the Warriors can get the lead here and end it in the top half of the inning. That ball is inside and low. Ball 3, 3-1 to Jacob Rapé.
That was a nice stop by Kincaid there. That was going down and in. Side to the hitter, and a nice stop to prevent going to the backstop.
Yes. Riley Wessel would be on deck. Rapé swings and misses. And the count is full, 3-2.
And that would have been ball 4.
Yes.
If he would have let that go.
Looked good to his eyes. Ends up swinging through it. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 on. The go-ahead run at second in the form of Kyle Christensen. 1 out. Taylor steps off and just pretty much has a stare down with Kyle Christensen.
That's all he could do. His shortstop and second baseman are nowhere near the bag.
He knew that. The full count pitch, as he's still eyeing the runner, is outside, ball 4. Jacob Rapé walks, and the Warriors have something going here in the 6th.
Kyle Christensen did just enough to preoccupy Taylor's mind, take him off the batter just for 1 pitch. A pitch that the Warriors take advantage of.
Yes. So Riley Wessel there to try to give the Warriors the lead. The first pitch to Riley is in there for a strike, 0-1. Only 1 down in the inning, so they can stay out of the double play ball. Even if he were to get out, maybe advance the runner somehow. We'll see. The 0-1 pitch to Riley is in there again, strike 2. Well, you can't get a hit if you just take the pitches, though, can you?
Gotta get the bat off the shoulders.
Yep, he's seen 2 good ones from Taylor. 0-2. Lead runner at second. Taylor's staring him down again. Comes to the plate, and that one is hit to Sanders at short. He gets it, goes to second for 1. The relay to first, not in time. Beats a hustling Riley Wessel. Hustling down the line, beats the throw. They end up getting the runner at second. So 2 down in the inning, but the runner does advance to third. Kyle Christensen, the go-ahead run. Now a wild pitch or a pass ball could potentially get him in.
And another meeting by Crescent Valley coach Ryan Starwalt and the entire infield. Like that call partner, a hustling Wessel.
A hustling Wessel, yes. He was.
Gave up 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts.
Good job by Riley to beat it out. You know, didn't hit the double play.
Yeah, Riley was a wide receiver throughout most of his career with Lebanon, played a little bit of quarterback and also linebacker. So a guy that, even though he looks a little gangly and tall at 6'3", can get down the first baseman in a hurry.
Yes, wide receiver, you would think, has, at least decent speed. And, the quarterbacks for Lebanon normally have good speed with their option that they run. So not surprising. He was able to beat it out.
Number 33.
Good play by Sanders, though, to actually get it and toss it to second. He's got to be in the back of his mind, those 2 errors he's committed today. And, of course, the ball would find him. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for the Warriors. Bottom of the 6th inning and a 1-1 tie with Crescent Valley. First pitch is in there for a strike to Dylan Williams. Trying to give the Warriors the lead with a hit. 7 innings are regulation in high school. That pitch is looped down the right field line. That might do it if it stays fair, and it does. It's a fair ball. Christensen scores on his way to second.
Smith with a double, and he will get in there sliding safely.
Right.
A bang-bang play at second, but an RBI double for Dylan Williams gives the Warriors the lead.
Boy, you had that call again. The right side was all yours.
Yes, it was.
It was drifting right down towards that line, and thankfully it stayed inbounds, stayed fair for the Warriors.
There's been a couple of those that I thought might stay fair. That was the first one that actually did. The right fielder was playing more left than he normally does, so he had no chance to get in that little dunker down the line. And just like that, the Warriors have a 2-1 lead. An RBI double for Dylan Williams. Pinch hitter now, Jacob Ryan will be pinch hitting for Skylar Garber. Runners at second and third, 2 down, 2 runs in for the Warriors. The pitch is down the middle, strike one.
Nice breaking ball there.
He did. Rich said we were getting 2, and we did. See if the Warriors can get more than 2, though. Get that a couple more insurance runs. The 0-1 delivery is upstairs, ball 1. Riley Wessel is on third. Williams on second after that RBI double. Jacob Ryan with a 1-1 count swings through that one. 1-2.
Taylor with a very nice breaking ball. Looks like he throws that on a string, as they say.
Yep. Always tougher on a pinch hitter. You know, you've been watching the game the whole time. The 1-2 pitch is outside. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 2 out. 2 runners in the inning. A lot of 2s on the board so far.
Deuces wild.
That's right. Taylor looks in. The 2-2 offering is poked foul. Just got a piece of that one. Stays alive. Count remains 2-2.
Crescent Valley still has yet to play Dallas.
Yes, they played Silverton, right, and West Albany in their first 2 games. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. But nonetheless, it was a very productive inning for the Warriors. They end up getting 2 runs on, 2 base hits. There was a very costly error by Sanders at shortstop, and they end up leaving a couple. But as we go to the 7th inning, last ups for Crescent Valley, the Warriors of Lebanon lead it 2-1 as we go to the 7th here on 1580 KGAL.
Looking for a subcompact tractor? You'll find the world's first at Lynn Benton Tractor. It's the BX Series from Kubota. 4 great models are packed full of features you'd expect from larger tractors. From light yard work to heavier loader work, there's a BX Series model for you at Lynn Benton Tractor. You can check out Kubota's BX Series this week at the Lynn County Fairgrounds during the Northwest Horse Show and Expo, or at Lynn Benton Tractor's new location in Silverton, and as always along Highway 99E Tangent.
The Really Big Spring event is happening now at Power Honda in Albany. Check out the all-new 2013 Accord and find out why it is the winner of the USA Today Motor Week Midsize Sedan Shootout. During this month of April, you can take advantage of 1.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Accord.
Financing subject to approved credit.
Visit Power Honda online at mypowerhonda.com or stop by Power Honda in Albany today, just east of I-5 on Santiam Highway, your Honda Superstore.
Financing subject to approved credit.
1580 KGAL.
Right fielder, number 8.
Top of the 7th inning, we are here at Lebanon High School. Crescent Valley trails Lebanon 2-1. Top of the 7th inning, last ups, as they would say, for Crescent Valley. The first pitch is a ball. Actually starts him out 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Possessi, the right fielder for the Raiders, trying to get something going. They need a run to extend this game. 2 would give them the lead. Taking that one all the way on the inside corner, strike 1. Caderos is still on the hill for the Warriors. Pitched very well today. That ball is inside. Ball 3, 3-1. You never want to walk anybody, and especially don't want to walk the leadoff hitter in the inning. Quickly working the 3-1 offering is fisted into center field. Christensen is there and makes the catch. 1 down for the Warriors.
And a much better job by Kyle, making extra assurance the catch out there.
Yeah, it's 2 hands. So Jacob Griffith will get his first at-bat in the ball game. He entered the game as a pinch runner a couple innings ago. In the 5th, takes it outside. 1-0 the count to Griffith. That one is called a strike. Evens the count up at 1-1. 1 out for the Raiders. Guerrero's working quickly, shows bunt and lays it down. It will bunted foul. That's a good thing because Griffith was speedily accelerating down the line. He would have made that, I think. Count is now 1-2. 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. Lebanon 2, Crescent Valley 1 in a great game that we've seen today. The 1-2 offering is just hit foul. But the tying run is at first.
And it's hard to say right now, this deep in the ball game, if you want to bunt or not and sacrifice an out.
Yeah.
Get yourself one step closer to ending the ball game, but also one step closer to having somebody in scoring position.
Yeah, you would be toss over there. Griffith slides back safely.
It is the bottom of the order.
Yeah, you would. This is the 8th hole hitting player. You would have 2 outs, but the runner on at second, who's a good runner, would be a base hit away from tying the game. Does not show bunt there. As takes a strike 2. 0-2 the count now. No bunting now. He's going to be swinging away. Griffith, the tying run at first, leads off. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Took something off of that one. Strike 3. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up. We could have a pinch hitter. We will have a pinch hitter for Chase McFadden. That'll be number 10. We'll wait and see.
Have your attention, please. Now batting for Crescent Valley.
We'll get
here. It is.
Rich Slavinsky with
number
the
10, Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith. Batting for McFadden there. Outside, ball 1. The last hope for the Raiders. Is Smith. 2 down, top of the 7th inning. Runner is on first, tying run. The 1-0 pitch by Guerreros. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Look at that sky over center field. It is dark out there, isn't it?
Oh, boy. Probably snowing in the mountains. And
yeah. The sun is shining behind us, though.
Raining over towards Scioto and Staten area.
Yeah. 2-0 delivery is on the corner for a strike. Makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th. 2-1 lead for Lebanon over Crescent Valley. Tying run is on at first. The 2-1 pitch, outside corner, strike 2. Guerreros really likes that outside corner, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. So does Mike Corwin.
Yeah. He's been calling it there all day. At least he is consistent with it. The 2-2 delivery, down low. Good stop by Rapay there to keep that in front of him. But the count is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Griffith, the runner at first, will have the luxury of taking off with the pitch. So he will get that head start. So if Smith can put it into play, we'll see how far he could run here. The 3-2 delivery on the way. Foul back.
Hit and run was on.
Count remains full. 2 outs. We'll do it all over again. Griffith will be taking off with the pitch again since there's 2 outs. Full count. Smith having to protect the plate. Wants to try to put one in the gap, maybe in left center. Pretty good gap out there. Takes time. So again, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Tough pitch to take there, but he does. and he takes it low for ball 4.
Yeah, it was down the middle, but nearly touched the dirt. The dust in front of home plate.
Stolzig calls time, and we'll go and talk to his pitcher. We'll see if he makes a change or not. And we are going to have a pitching
Marshall.
change. Yep, Justin Marshall. Great job by Guerreros throughout the game, though. You know, while we have this pitching change, why don't we take a pitching change timeout here?
And I beg your pardon, I've been calling him Justin. It's Jared.
Jared Marshall coming into the game, top of the 7th inning, 2-1 lead for the Warriors. We'll take a quick pitching change break here on KGAL.
Figaro's Pizza in Albany is celebrating spring with a large Mexican Fiesta Supreme. Now just $14.99, $15.99 baked. Smothered with beef, olives, onions, taco chips, and diced tomatoes. Laid over their picante bean sauce. Served with sour cream and jalapenos on the side. The Mexican Fiesta Supreme on sale now at the Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. Call 541-924-9303.
H&R Block Tax Professionals are ready to take another look at your TurboTax return to see what you may have missed. Let us tell you for free if you left any money on the table. Start by visiting hrblock.com/anotherlook or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to make an appointment. Fees apply for amended returns. Only some software users make errors, and not every error results in a larger refund at participating locations.
Hi, this is Joyce at your local H&R Block office in Albany, Corvallis, and Lebanon. We live and breathe taxes. Let us find you every deduction and credit you deserve.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, here's the situation at Lebanon High School. Lebanon leads at 2-1, top of the 7th inning. 2 runners on for Crescent Valley. The tying run is at second base in Jacob Griffith. And we have a new pitcher on the mound. It will be the third baseman, Jared Marshall. He has been the second pitcher, it seems like, and he comes in throwing heat normally in the ball game. Crescent Valley has their leadoff hitter now, Lane Croney, up. And he looks at a strike one. 0-1 the count. 2 down, 2 runners on. Remember, high school games are only 7 innings long, so they have to get that runner in if they want to extend the game. The 0-1 delivery took something off of it, and that one is up high. Ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Lane Croney 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Popped out to center field and struck out in the 6th.
Looking for his first base hit, and it would produce a run if he were to get a hit. That one is swung on and popped up. A lot of people try and come over. The third baseman, Jacob Rapay, makes a catch. What a catch to end the ball game.
Wowzers.
Looked like that one was tailing away from him. Ends up sticking with it. And Jacob, who just was put there, he was playing shortstop all day, ends up with the changes, getting over to third base, ends up making a catch, a great catch by Jacob to end the ball game.
Yes, it was. And, boy, you know, we saw some pretty good defense throughout most of this game until the last few innings. And what an odd way to end the game on defense.
Very.
The wind has definitely played a factor this afternoon with the balls being up in the air for such a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the 7th inning, Crescent Valley tries to make it interesting. They don't get a run, no hits. There was a Warrior error, and they end up leaving 2 runners on, tying run at second base. The Warriors win it 2-1 here. We'll be back to start our wrap-up show here on KGAL.
Looking for a subcompact tractor? You'll find the world's first at Lynn Benton Tractor. It's the BX series from Kubota. 4 great models are packed full of features you'd expect from larger tractors. From light yard work to heavier loader work, there's a BX series model for you at Lynn Benton Tractor. You can check out Kubota's BX series this week at the Lynn County Fairgrounds during the Northwest Horse Show and Expo, or at Lynn Benton Tractor's new location in Silverton, and as always along Highway 99E Tangent.
The really big spring event is happening now at Power Honda in Albany. Check out the all-new 2013 Accord and find out why it is the winner of the USA Today Motor Week Midsize Sedan Shootout. During this month of April, you can take advantage of 1.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Accord.
Financing subject to approved credit.
Visit Power Honda online at mypowerhonda.com or stop by Power Honda in Albany today, just east of I-5 on Santiam Highway, your Honda Superstore.
Financing subject to approved credit.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back to Lebanon High School, where the Warriors just finished off the Raiders of Crescent Valley. They just finished off a 2-1 victory and a great pitching matchup today. John Guederos and, let me see here, Thompson for Crescent Valley. Both pitched great ball games, and the 2-1 score would indicate that.
Yeah, well, it's the first time we've seen aces from any staff that we've broadcast so far. We've usually broadcast the Wednesday game, the second game, if you will, of the three-game series, and I expected it to be a low-scoring affair this afternoon, and those clouds that we saw off the distance now are starting to roll in. It was good to get this game going early, 5-6 minutes earlier than usual, and it was moving along quite quickly with the above average defense and exceptional pitching. At least the pitchers were getting the players to put the ball in play. It wasn't so much striking out, a lot of strikeouts, that kind of pitching, but it turns out that above average play to end the game by Jake Rapé, who was just placed from shortstop to third, probably for that defensive purpose, and the Warriors come out with a huge win for them, a quality win. They don't have very many, but this is definitely a step in the right direction for them.
Yeah, you talked about it in the pregame show, how important this series was for the Warriors. They desperately needed it. And after starting 4-0 in the conference, Crescent Valley has now lost 3 in a row, 2 to West Albany and this one here to the Warriors today. So they are now 9-5 overall, 4-3 in the Mid-Willamette Conference. The Warriors are 5-10, and they even up 5-5 in the conference. So it's a big game, good win for the Warriors, but they need to keep it going and get maybe 1 or 2 more on the week.
Yeah, they already have 5 wins, so already have more than one more win than Crescent Valley does.
Yeah.
And Crescent Valley still has to play Dallas before the season is over with. The way Dallas is playing right now, it'll be interesting to see how their series against West Albany does. But certainly the 5th loss and in league, or 4th loss, or 3rd loss, I should say, you said, right, in league play.
Yeah.
So they're not completely out of winning the conference championship, but they have to win the next 2 against Lebanon, win the series, and then move on from there. Perhaps they'll be playing Dallas next week. We don't know, but definitely some interesting matchups coming our way and coming the rest of the way for the Mid-Willamette Conference.
Yeah, Dallas is playing West Albany this week in a big series, and like you said, I don't know if Crescent Valley plays them next week, but that potentially could be a big series as well. So Dallas leading the conference at 6-0 right now. But they have some tough games still remaining with West Albany and Crescent Valley, and I'm not sure if they played Corvallis already. I don't think they had.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, so they still have to play all 3 of these tough teams left. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, one thing to add too, Scott, is that it seems like last year Dallas won. It was the first team other than West Albany and Corvallis that won a league title. It seems like the power has definitely continued to change in this conference. The powerhouses, West Albany coming in overall 8-6, Corvallis 6-7. Those are normally your 2 staples, the 2 main factors that usually year in and year out are able to get deep into the playoffs, and we'll have to see how things play out, but Dallas seems to have a definite control.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait to see how they do fare this afternoon and see what their result is over at West in Game 1, but looking forward to Friday's matchup. Could be a rubber match on Friday. Hopefully we'll get it in. Inclement weather, possibly.
Yeah, hopefully
coming into the area.
Looks like the rain is coming right now.
Hopefully coming early. Get it out of the way.
It's that's right. Get it out of the way, because hopefully Robbie and myself will be there Friday at Memorial Stadium at West Albany with Dallas and West Albany concluding their 3-game series. The Friday games are always crazy. Games at West Albany are always crazy, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if we have another break. I think we probably do, so we'll see here if we have another break. If not, we will finish here. If not, we'll be right back on KGAL. No, guess that's it. Guess we got in all the breaks. That's good to know. Oh, before I forget, this pitching change, we didn't get to it because so much was happening at the last little second there. But hands down, Samaritan Health Services is your source for exceptional orthopedic care. If you have arthritic joints, carpal tunnel syndrome, bad shoulders, a blown-out knee, problems with your feet, anything, rest assured that Samaritan's talented orthopedics and sports medicine experts are here to get you back active and on your feet. If you've got questions about anything, you could learn more at samhealth.org/orthopedics or call 1-800-299-2929, samhealth.org/orthopedics or 1-800-299-2929. Final line scores for the teams today. Crescent Valley, 1 run on only 4 hits, 2 errors. They end up leaving 6 runners on base. The Warriors, 2 runs, 3 hits. Not many hits in the ball game, 2 errors, and they end up leaving 7. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, Scott, baseball is weird. If you go by numbers, the Warriors got out hit by 1, 4 hits to 3, but the hits that they did get, they took advantage of, especially in that inning. I feel bad for Tanner Sanders for the afternoon he had with 2 errors, and none more important than the one he made in the bottom half of the 6th inning, the throwing error.
Yeah,
that allowed essentially 2 runs to come across home plate for the Warriors, and it never ceases to amaze me, Scott, how even at the varsity level for 5A, how defense is so important in tight games, and it doesn't matter if it is the major leagues or even college level. You have to have a pitcher has to be able to rely on his defense when the ball's put in play to make the catch out in the outfield, make the proper throws in the infield, and field things cleanly when they're presented to you in an easy fashion. And things that seem to be routine, oftentimes we see that they're not. And luckily for Lebanon, on the other hand, their errors did not add up. The one out in outfield by Kyle Christensen was quickly 2 batters later. There was a double play, 5-3, third baseman to first baseman double play that was able to wash that out. And so good for the Warriors, bad for the Raiders, but life moves on tomorrow at Crescent Valley.
That's
for
right.
Game 2, and we'll wait and see how Jake Rapay, he'll probably be on the mound for the Warriors.
Yes.
We'll wait and see who's on the mound for Crescent Valley. It'll be interesting to see the scores for that, and we can update everybody on Friday, our next broadcast, as to what the standings are and what the situation is. But nonetheless, a decent afternoon to do a game.
Yeah, and it looks like we're getting out here just at the right time. It looks like the rain is coming rather quickly. Well, thank you, Robbie, for stepping in and helping me out today.
Absolutely. We got one down, one more to go. It's hard to fill in for Ray, isn't it?
No, it sure is. But it's a challenge. But hopefully it was entertaining for everybody to listen to. For Robbie Allen, I'm Scott Landgren filling in for Radio Ray today. Carissa back at the studio always does a great job. We want to thank her, and Ryan Murphy for setting up our equipment. We were using the computer system. It's a rather new system to us here on the Lebanon side, but we used it at the Palace on Lincoln, whatever street that is, down in Eugene for the girls basketball, and it's a great system. And it's great, clear broadcast. You can probably hear that wind starting to roar in. But,
very clear.
Very clear. So I want to thank everyone for listening here. And the final score once more: Lebanon Warriors 2, Crescent Valley Raiders 1. Hopefully see you on Friday on KGAL.
Thanks for listening to today's broadcast of Mid-Valley High School Baseball on 1580 KGAL. High School Baseball was brought to you by Lynn Benton Tractor, Power Honda, Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant, Albany Grocery Outlet, Stavros Auto Centers, Mark Thomas Motors, Burgerville, Now Builders, Northwest Apparel and Embroidery, Wilson Motors, Figaro's Pizza of Albany, Like New Appliance, and by Economy Supply Building Center. Listen soon for another exciting high school game. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, 1580 KGAL, and Radio Scott Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Less hype, just quality news, sports, and smart talk. From your friends at 1580 KGAL.